Vet. Right, here we are back on the build. Thanks first of all so much for all your great messages of support. It really is motivational, I can tell you that truly. It's keeping me going, that's for sure. This sort of part of the build is really good fun. You're slinging all the big lumps together, it feels like you've almost finished. And that's quite important in a way because you've got a difficult section to follow. That little bit at the end where it's all the details. Sometimes it takes a bit of motivation to push through that and get it absolutely finished and roll it out for MOT. But this is great fun. I'm really enjoying it. I've got some loads of fun stuff to come in the next week or so. I've got to get the tyres fitted to the wheels, get the wheel bearings, get those lovely new discs fitted on the front and the back, new chain and sprockets. I've got a black sprocket, a gold chain. It's just going to look fantastic on the bike. Really looking forward to it all. But before I do any of that, I've got to get that front bit of the frame painted that wasn't painted in the last couple of videos, and that involves getting the front end off. So first of all today, I'm going to jack the bike up underneath, get it nice and safely supported, and then take the forks out, take the headstock out, pull everything out of the way so I can get to that unpainted part of the frame, flat it back with some wet and dry, and then get some primer on it today. Leave that to dry overnight, then it will be painted tomorrow. That'll give it a few days or so to dry so I can carefully put the front end back on, and when the forks are back in place, hopefully by next weekend, I'll have the wheels ready to bolt straight in. So I'm trying to time this all so it works in order, but that's enough chat. We need to get on with it. So wish me luck. Let's get stuck in. Right, here we are, looking like something from Silence of the Lambs, filleted out. Now that's okay to paint now, I can get round that. Once I mask up all these wires, I can just get round it, piece of cake. Unthreading all these, when I put all this through, this wiring was about sort of 3 feet long because it all went round the fairing frame, and there's lots and lots of it. And what I managed to do, which took me probably a day, I imagine, was coil it all up in there by often rebinding it, taking all the tape off, rebinding it completely, and then coiling it in the shape I want it, then binding it in that shape. So it's kind of set in that shape now. So trying to push all that back through, I take the airbox off, unwrap all that wiring, unclip everything just to get these out of the way when I can paint around that. Piece of cake, no problem. Same as this, I don't need to drain out the radiator, I don't need to do anything there. because I only need to get just up under that bit. I can put some mask over that. That's cool, I'm ready to go. So now I'm going to start wrapping stuff up so I don't get paint on it. Then wrap up the lift, and when everything's done, I can start sanding that down, getting it ready for a coat primer. Love it. Right, there we are, nearly 3 hours to wrap all that up. It's gone quite well actually, I'm quite chuffed. I thought the wiring and the cabling would be a pain, but not at all. Just wrapped it up, spray around it, piece of cake. That will save many hours of faffing around fingertip work, trying to feed wiring and cabling back in for no reason. Potentially scuffing the paint, you know what I'm saying? So that's fine, that's the right way to go. That's the way I'm going. Now all I've got to do is scuff it up and make any damage good, and then I can get some etch primer on it, which will have to dry overnight. Let's get going. Right, there we are, ready to go. Quicker than I thought really. That only took another hour, so I've been at this 4 hours now, and I'm ready to put some paint on it. Now I could, it's tempting, this is when it's tempting to just start laying up the coats, but I've only got another hour before I've got to go back to work. I'm a split shift today, I've got to go back to work in an hour's time, and to paint that is half an hour between coats, 3 coats, there's an hour and a half, just waiting time, not painting time. So I haven't got time to paint it now, but I have got time to put 2 coats of etch primer on that to cover any of the bare metal, and that will also give a nice thick coat, so for tomorrow I'll know if there's any reactions or anything goes wrong that I can repair before I start putting on the tough black at the end. Right, let's get some primer on it. Right, there we go. Happy with that so far. 2 thick coats of etch primer. It's got a nice layer all over and it's floated out beautifully. Really happy with that. One tiny little reaction just on the top, so I can spot prime that again tomorrow, and then I can stick the black on there. So there we are, drying times, usual story. Can't do much more now. 4 hours for today. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. See you next time.